Hey, hey, hey. I'm not feeling being on camera at all, but I have to relay some information because I'm hearing from all of my peeps who have the same uh, frequency and intuition that I seem to have. And so when I get that much confirmation and that much inquisitiveness from people, or people just saying something feels weird, I don't know what, then I investigate. So for myself, in the meantime, I'm just, I'm not sick or anything like that. I have various conditions that some days I'm just tired. I need more rest, and that's the way it is. But we are experiencing a couple of things right now. There was a big time shift in the Schumann. I'll put the sticker over my face after I'm done saying this when I'm editing. But we had some time shift markers, and we also are presently experiencing time distortion, time dilation. That means when it speeds up, slows down, and or is out of order. Glitches, some people might call it. I don't really buy into the whole matrix thing, but who cares what you call it? It works how it works. So that is happening. And the other thing that is happening, I tend to experience things slightly ahead of the collective, which I did recently. And there is a Kali Ma destructive, out of necessity, righteous anger welling up in a lot of people, whether it's in their personal life or it's on a world stage and how they feel about what's going on. So that is pretty intense right now. And you may have some people in your life that you never would have expected reveal themselves to be real pieces of doo-doo. And should those things that raise up your righteous anger, do it with self-control. Do it with your personal growth that you've had. Do it with love. If actions are required, do it with surgical precision, because we don't need a bunch of people out there being destructive when what we're trying to accomplish right now is build new things and tear down whatever is in the way of building new things. So on a world level, that's just on an individual level, all right? And then on a world level, that time shift that we just had set us up for the potential for a lot of what me and, the other psychics and solar weather and Schumann followers have been talking about, which is a period of chaos and rebuilding. So there's a lot of constriction happening in general, whether it's about jobs or relationships or anything right now in the world. And part of that is because we're literally squeezing out what doesn't belong there. And then at the same time, be prepared for the emergencies, like I've been saying. Be prepared to cool yourself without electricity. Be prepared for floods, even if you're in an area where it never floods. Be prepared for fires, even if you're in an area where there are never fires. If you have friends spread out across the country, especially your online buddies, get their addresses, their physical addresses, just in case we have a series of events which makes electronic communication difficult. It's not so much that there's, one thing that's would be so nationally devastating, but North America is potentially going to get our butts handed to us in the next few months. And the storms back east and the heat wave down south, these are just precursors, and more is going to get layered on top of that. So what that does is it disrupts supply chains, it disrupts power grids, it disrupts our lives basically in every way possible. And it's good to be prepared for the worst and expect and hope for the best, which is what I always do. But this feeling that a lot of you are having, if you are being asked by your body and by your guide team to sleep more, or to just literally take a day off to do nothing but rest, like I've been having to do. I call that being called to the astral office, because generally when that happens, when I have to sleep a lot, it's because I'm doing work outside my body that can't be done in my body. So some of you may be on that team, some of you may be on the butt-kicking team right now, but whichever team you're on, keep your head about you and be prepared for strange events, because I think that whatever this timeline shift was, what I feel is that we have been set on a different course at the moment, which has the potential to create a series of a chain of events that wreak a little havoc on things. And it's all for the purpose of tearing down the old to build the new, but that doesn't make it any easier while it's happening. Oh, damn, this is long. And I just honestly do not have it in me to edit. This is like the most I could do for today. And then I need to go be unconscious, most likely, and not in the sun at all. We are having a lot of flares. We have the flooding back east. We have Schumann stuff happening. We have rolling geomagnetic storms. We are supposed to get some nice aurora tomorrow night. But, you know, so this isn't a portent of doom. It's just a caution to pay attention to the decisions you're making right now. Pay attention to the plane flying overhead that I'm trying to ignore. Pay attention to the people and situations in your life that are abruptly changing, and try to keep a cool head during all of that, because all the decisions you're making now are going to determine the rest of your year. And I love you all, and everything's gonna be fine, but I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't share this stuff.